Get the good book. Get the course and everything. He'll show you everything in it. History, don't let it be mystery. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. Yes. All the buildings that marked are all the buildings that are gone. History, don't let it be mystery. Let me go right in front of this poster picture right here. That's a way to know.
Do your thing, Harry.
History, don't let it be mystery. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. 16.5 acres with 8 levels underground. 5 open to the public, 3 for service maintenance and security personnel. 9 different train lines have connections here. 88 stores are in the mall. 16 restaurants and bars. You get lost on the first floor. Some of you didn't know that. Learn the facts. They rose to a height of 1,377 feet, 410 meters apiece. 110 marked floors, 135 stories in size. When these 2 towers come down, they can't go all the way to the ground. They spread out, knocking down 7 other buildings, standing round. It's free. It's history. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. World Trade number 7 was completed in 1987, 48 stories tall. The last building to fall and the first building to go back. That's where the construction cranes are at. Learn the facts. History, don't let it be mystery. Thousands of people lost their lives here. Hundreds more are not on the list. That list is short, incomplete, not enough. That list can only recognize the DNA that's been identified at the time the list was made. Does not include a whole bunch of loved ones who are MIA today. So I'm looking for you who think the World Trade Center's a tilt. That's 1972. You don't know? Ask somebody, please. History, don't let it be mystery. History, don't let it be mystery. It was a huge complex. The height of these buildings make most people giggle. Well, I can say 1,600. Doesn't mean a thing. This building here is the Millennium Hotel. It takes 3 of them to make 1 tower. These towers are 1/4 mile high in the sky, can't go 1/4 mile down to the ground. They have to spread out, knocking down 7 other buildings standing around. Hundreds of people on their way to work underground in the trains have no idea. The second plane is the first tower to fall. That building comes down and spreads out. That's where we lost 342 firefighters, 23 New York City police officers, 37 Port Authority officers, and this was their headquarters. A city within a city was here. No one thought those buildings come down. They come down and spread out. All the windows you see for 4 blocks in all directions is all new glass. 4 blocks east, 4 blocks west, 4 blocks north, 4 blocks south. That's all new glass. The Millennium Hotel, Century 21 department store, all the buildings all the way around have now been fixed. This is the Winter Garden, World Financial number. That's badly damaged. And it shows here on 9/11, the buildings went everywhere. The dust and clouds went out. This whole area burned and smoked every day for 5 months straight, from September 11th to January 22nd, 2002. History, don't let it be mystery. That cross you see out there was found in the wreckage. That's a girder, a vertical and horizontal beam that holds a building up inside World Trade number 6 of the U.S. Customs House. History, don't let it be mystery. They found this. Not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Hi guys, where you from?
Find what? What is it?
Vertical and horizontal beams that form a T, an X, an intersection, a crucifix, a cross. Do you see it? You don't see it? Look right here in the wreckage. This is what they found. Do you see that? Do you see this one over here? Do you see this one over here? Do you see this one over here? Starting to get clearer to you now? Well, all the windows you see for 4 blocks, that's all new glass. All the windows you see for 4 blocks, Millennium Hotel, all new glass. Century 21 department store, all new glass. Where you guys from? How many buildings are World Trade Centers? How many buildings were here? Let me say 2 again. 7 buildings World Trade Centers, 9 buildings gone. You need to know the facts, lady. Learn the facts. The only time you can say 2 was in 1972. You don't know? Ask somebody, please. It's a fact. World Trade number 7 was completed in 1987. The last building to fall is the first building to go back. That's a fact. 90 other countries besides America lost citizens here. Learn the facts, lady. Learn the facts. It's free, it's free, it's free. So the map faces north, 16.5 acres with 8 levels underground. These 2 towers are so tall, they spread out, knocking all these other buildings standing around. This is what's inside the World Trade Centers. 16.5 acres with 8 levels underground, 9 different train lines had connections. 88 stores are in the mall, 16 restaurants and bars, getting lost on the first floor. A city within a city, underground, morning rush hour, people on their way to work, never even know that the first plane was more than just an accident. The second plane was the first tower to fall. That's right. The second tower hit was the first tower to fall. That's a fact. The second tower gets hit. It's the first tower to fall, tower 2. When that building comes down, it can't go all the way into the ground. The second tower, the south tower, comes down in 54 minutes, spreads out. You heard the term ground zero, right? You know what it means? Watch how clear this becomes. This is still the World Trade Center site. Ground zero is just a term of measurement for the point of impact. Every 100 feet from that, ground 1, ground 2, ground 3, ground 4, ground 5. Think of a giant bullseye. Lay it on the ground, you go all the way to ground 15. That's right, 1,500 feet from here, you see buildings that were damaged coming all the way back to ground zero. It's not just 2 twin towers. Over 80 buildings are damaged, 9 buildings are physically gone. That's going to be number 10. That's the Deutsche Plaza. And that black netting, that 50-story building has to be demolished by hand. It's on top of the subway lines they just fixed. So you can't implode this. You got to disassemble piece by piece, floor by floor. Very carefully. Thank you. History, don't let it be mystery. No one pays me to do this, but some of you need to know this. 7 buildings are World Trade Centers. 9 buildings are gone. Not just 2 twin towers. Number 7 was completed in 1987, 48 stories tall. The last building to fall is the first building to go back. Some of you didn't know that. Learn the facts. Thousands of people lost their lives here. Hundreds more are not on the list. That list is short, incomplete, not enough. That list can only recognize the DNA that's been identified at the time the list was made. Does not include a whole bunch of loved ones or 90 other countries who lost citizens here that day. Learn the facts. It's free, it's free, it's free. Here you go, little guy. You'll be a grown one with your own family, your own kids will ask you what happened here. 9/11 changed the whole world. A city within a city was here. How old are you? 4? 5?
5. Oh, you're not 5.
She's
5.
Julius. Map faces north, so we're standing like this, like this. The 2 towers were part of 7. World Trade number 7 was completed in 1987. This place had its own zip code. Underground, 88 stores, 16 restaurants and bars, 9 different train lines. A city within a city underground. Let me show you how tall. This building you can see right now, don't be shocked. It's called the Millennium Hotel. This hotel is 445 feet. Watch how tall it is compared to the towers. And you're going to see. This hotel right here is that black glass building right there. See the vent hole at the top? See the vent hole at the top? It takes 3 of them to make 1 tower. Yes, princess. 1 on top of 1 on top of 1. And that's still not enough. Why? The TV mast goes 360 feet on top of that. Yes. Now that we see how tall they are, let me prove it to you. This building here was badly damaged on 9/11. It's called American Express. We're up in there. See it over there with the pyramid top? That building is 695 feet. Is this building here with the pyramid top? Yes. Now did you see how big they are? Gigantic, huge. Buildings can't go all the way into the ground. They have to spread out. So all these buildings around here, look up here. This is where we're standing at, the laser light. This right here. So we're standing right here in this corner. Right there. This is World Trade number 1, gone. World Trade number 2, gone. World Trade number 3 was the Marriott Hotel. 800-room hotel was World Trade number 3, the Marriott. Gone. World Trade number 4 was right here in front of us. Borders Bookstore. World Trade number 5, Northeast Plaza, headquarters, Port Authority Police. Gone. World Trade number 6 is the U.S. Customs House. Now see that? That's a hole that comes from the roof. When these buildings come down, they're so gigantic. It's like being in the building. It's not all the other buildings. So these 2 towers knocked down 7 other buildings. This is World Trade number 7. Number 7 was completed in 1987, the last building to fall, but the first building to go back. Now you know all the facts. Never say 2, that's 1972. History, don't let it be mystery. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. It's not just 2 twin towers. History, don't let it be mystery. This is from across the river. Liberty State Park. This is for you. September 10th, 2001. Michael Jackson had a sold-out concert Monday night. The next day was World History. Thank you. History, don't let it be mystery. I know it's hard to believe. It's free. It's free. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. All the windows you see for 4 blocks in all directions is all new glass. This whole area burned in smoke every day for 5 months straight. Some of you didn't know that. From September 11, 2001 to January 22nd, 2002, it burned in smoke every day for 5 months straight. History, don't let it be mystery. History, don't let it be mystery. This was not an accident. The slaughter of innocents. This was an act of war. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. It's not just 2 twin towers. Twice the size of any building in sight. 1,377 feet, 410 meters apiece, 110 marked floors, 135 stories in size. Where you from, guy? Yeah? How many buildings are World Trade Center? How many buildings were here? Yes. How many buildings are gone from World Trade? No worries. 9. History, don't let it be mystery. I'm proud of you. You didn't say 2 though. You know there's 7 buildings of World Trade Centers. So much so they had their own zip code. 9 buildings are gone. Thousands of people lost their lives here. It's a damn successful man. Like this. 5 buildings fell down that day, September 11, 2001. The North Towers 1, South Towers 2, World Trade number 3 was an 800-room hotel called the Marriott. World Trade number 4, Commodity Exchange, Borders Bookstore. World Trade number 5, Northeast Plaza. World Trade number 6, U.S. Customs House. World Trade number 7 was 48 stories tall. This place was given its own zip code. A city within a city. Yes, you keep this. Thank you. History, don't let it be mystery. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. 90 other countries from around the world lost citizens inside the World Trade. Not just Americans, affected the whole world. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. History, don't let it be mystery. History, don't let it be mystery. This was not an accident. The slaughter of innocents, this was an act of war. I'm looking for you who think it's only 2. That's 1972. That's when there were 2. World Trade number 7 was completed in 1987, 48 stories tall. The last building to fall is the first building to go back. That's where the construction cranes are at. Learn the facts. History, don't let it be mystery. History, don't let it be mystery. 9 buildings are gone, don't get this story wrong. 7 of them were World Trade Centers. Every single window you see for 4 blocks in all directions out here is all new glass. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. History, don't let it be mystery. You see 2 from north to south. The 2 towers line up as one to you. The first plane comes from the north, hitting the North Tower, 8:45, September 11th. Morning rush hour, underground, inside the World Trade Centers. 16 minutes later, the second plane comes from the south, hits the South Tower, Tower 2. The first tower to fall is the second tower to get hit, Tower 2. That building comes down and spreads out, knocking down 4 other buildings standing around. Learn the facts. History, don't let it be mystery. I know it's hard to believe. It's free, it's free. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. It's not just two twin towers. The North Tower was headquarters for many of our secret societies. NSA, CIA, drug enforcement, all had storefronts in the North Tower. The first tower to get hit, February 26, 1993, the North Tower. In the basement, car bomb is placed, blows out 4 floors, kills 6 people, thousands are injured. History, don't let it be mystery. That was the North Tower. That was attacked one time before. For those that don't know, yes, it's history, don't let it be mystery. September 11, 2001, Tuesday, morning rush hour. First day of school for the New Jersey area, primary election day. That second tower gets hit second. The first tower to hit is the North Tower, Tower 1. The first tower to fall is the second tower to get hit, Tower 2. That building comes down in 54 minutes, knocks down other buildings standing around. So don't get the story wrong. 9 buildings are gone. 7 of them were World Trade Centers, not just 2 twin towers. History, don't let it be mystery. No one pays me to do this, but some of you need to know this. Here we go. 16.5 acres with 8 levels underground. 5 open to the public, 3 for service maintenance and security personnel. 9 different train lines had connections here. 88 stores were in the mall. 16 restaurants and bars. You get lost on the first floor. Some of you didn't know that. Learn the facts. They rose to a height of 1,377 feet, 410 meters apiece. 110 marked floors, 135 stories in size. History, don't let it be mystery. What's up, D? Good to see you again, man. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. It's not just 2 twin towers. The second tower to hit is the first tower to fall, Tower 2. When that building comes down, it can't go all the way into the ground. It spreads out, knocking down World Trade number 3, the Marriott, 800-room hotel, down. Comes across the street, hits Bankers Trust, office building, falls back against the Deutsche. That's that big building, that black netting. That's this. And the rest of the building comes down on top of the church, the Greek Orthodox Church at St. Nicholas. 31 minutes later, the North Tower, the first tower to get hit, that building comes down, spreads out, falls on top of World Trade Centers 5 and 6, setting them on fire. At 5:20 that same day, before the sun sets in New York, World Trade number 7 rolls on his face. 48-story office building falls down, 5 buildings hit the ground by sundown. Some of you didn't know this. Learn the facts. Thousands of people lost their lives here. Hundreds more are not on their list. That list is short, incomplete, not enough. That list can only recognize the DNA that's been identified at the time the list was made. Does not include a whole bunch of loved ones who are MIA today. So I'm looking for you who think the World Trade Centers are just 2. That's 1972. That's when there were just 2. This is the fact. World Trade Centers opened up April 3rd, 1973. 3 buildings. World Trade number 1, World Trade number 2, World Trade number 3 was Vista International, later becomes Marriott. World Trade number 4 was the Money Exchange. World Trade number 5, the Northeast Plaza. World Trade number 7 was 48 stories tall. You saw this building fall. World Trade number 7 rolls on his face. 5:20, September 11th. When that building comes down, 5 buildings hit the ground by sundown. Learn the facts. Thousands of people lost their lives here. Hundreds more are not on that list. History, don't let it be mystery. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. Twice the size of any building in sight, spread out, killing thousands of people who were underground, morning rush hour, on their way to work. Did not know. The 3rd plane hits the Pentagon, 9:30. The 4th plane, yes, the 4th plane, still in Pennsylvania, Four planes struck America, changed the whole world. I get some young ones that think it's not history. It's the Pearl Harbor, the 21st century, for the whole world. Four planes struck America, changed the history of the whole world. Learn the facts. When these buildings come down, all the windows you see for 4 blocks in all directions, you're going to understand what ground zero means by looking at this. Millennials Motel, all new glass. Century 21 department store, all new glass. One Liberty Plaza, all new glass. 112, 114, 116, 118, 122. The Firehouse too, that's all brand new. This sidewalk you're standing on was gone. It's brand new. It's not New York City gray, it's New York City light. Has to color in and get gray. It's gonna take a few more gumdrops and a year or two of sunshine to darken in, like you see across the street. It's amazing work these guys have done, fixing this place up back to one. This is the World Financial Center, World Financial 3, World Financial 2, World Financial 1, the Winter Garden, all new glass. All the way around has all been fixed. These buildings come down and did all of this. History, don't let it be mystery. The federal pool event hole in the sign. See these towers? It takes 3 of them to make one tower. One on top of one, on top of one. Now this building right here behind you is this building here called One Living Plaza. So it's really standing in. That black building right here is this black building right here. Yes, that building takes 2 of them plus 10 more floors. Yes. Now that you see how tall the 2 towers are, let me tell you what's underground you didn't know about. Thank you. 16.5 acres and 8 levels underground. 5 open to the public, people like us. 3 for service, maintenance, and security personnel. 9 different train lines had connections underground. 88 stores are in the mall underground. Yes, they had a mall. 16 restaurants and bars throughout the whole complex. You get lost on the first floor. A city within a city underground. Morning rush hour. Hundreds of people on their way to work don't even know. The first plane just hit the North Tower, Tower 1. 16 minutes later, the second plane is the South Tower, Tower 2. Now watch this. From east to west, you see 2 towers. From east to west, you see 2 towers. From north to south, uptown to downtown, the 2 towers will look like one. Yes. From east to west, you see 2. From north to south, these 2 towers will look like. Yes. The number 1 asked question, which way the planes came? From the north and then from the south. The second tower hit is the first tower to fall. The South Tower comes down in 54 minutes. That's where we lost 343 firefighters, 23 New York City police officers, 37 Port Authority officers, and this was their headquarters, World Trade number 5. No one thought the buildings come down. They come down and blast out. You heard the term ground zero. Do you know what it means? Watch how clear this becomes. Ground zero is the point of measurement for the point of impact. Forms a 100-foot circle. Think of a giant bullseye. Lay it on the ground. Every 100 feet from that bullseye, ground 1, ground 2, ground 3, ground 4, ground 5, ground 6, ground 7, ground 8, ground 9. Well, you can go all the way to ground 15, 1,500 feet from here, and see buildings that were damaged coming all the way back to ground zero, before and after. So we're standing right here, and we'd be at ground 03. And you can go all the way to ground 15 and see buildings that were damaged coming all the way back to ground zero. The buildings come down and blast out. So all the windows you see for 4 blocks, that's all new glass. This very sidewalk you're standing on is brand new too. This fell down on top of the trains, had to be fixed. So it has to color in and age first. It's gonna take a few more gumdrops and a year or 2 of sunshine to darken in. It's amazing work these guys have done, fixing this whole place up to one. The buildings come down, spread out, knocking everything everywhere out. So ground zero is just a term of measurement for the point of impact. This is still the World Trade Center site. 7 buildings of World Trade Centers, like 7 days a week. 7 points to Statue of Liberty's crown. Yes, there is. 7 buildings fell down with World Trade Centers, not just 2 twin towers. So much so, they had their own zip code. A city within a city was underground, morning rush hour. All our professionals are trying to stop these people that's getting off the train, don't even believe it. Don't understand it. And the second plane comes, That's when you seen everyone running towards the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge. Yeah, Brooklyn Bridge is very close, less than a quarter mile. Everyone's running that way. Firemen and policemen are coming this way. No one thought the buildings come down. They come down and spread out. And they spread out. Thank you. History, don't let it be a mystery. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. It's not just two twin towers. To use that map, you know all the facts. It's the last one I'm going to tell you about. That cross you see out there was not made. It was found just like that. That's a girder. Have you seen it out there? It's a vertical horizontal beam that holds the building up, forms a T, an X, an intersection. Look over here. Look over here. Look over here. Look back here. You see the gray piece that's on the end? Some people think it's cloth or plastic. That's metal. Melted down, dried up, stuck on just the way they found it. All they did was stick it inside that cement beam. If you go in front of Century 21, look down the shaft for the beam, see all those initials on there? Rescue workers and construction workers who didn't want to touch it. Signed it, not to be removed. That's part of the permanent memorial. It stays like this, but you now know the facts. Any teacher tells you to, don't argue with her, you tell her this. The last building to fall was World Trade number 7. Look it up. And the minute the teacher starts looking up, she's going to realize it was a 48-story office building, not just an address. 200 companies were in that building by itself. Yes, a city within a city was here. World Trade number 7, last building to fall, is now the first building to go back. That's where the construction cranes are at. You now know the facts. History, don't let it be mystery. He's a real, he does good. I'm telling you, if he messes up, please call me. Come get me. You have no business, you just told me what you want. And I've seen how you do. You can get A's, guys. I don't care if the smartest kid in the class messes up. You still try. As long as you try, your parents will always stick behind you. I don't care if the biggest kid in the class try to do something. You still try to do it. Believe me, there's some things you'll be able to do quicker, better, and stronger than now. It's your instincts that kick in. As long as you try it, your brain works, you can work. Never give up. I don't care if the biggest, you keep trying. It's like practicing. Some things will click in, your ancestors will kick in for you, and you'll learn things you'll kick in. How did I do that, Dad? I don't know. Your grandfather used to do this. He used to fix cars, and you can be able to, things, as long as you try, things that kick in become very easy for you. Some people call you a natural. That's because you try. As long as you try, your parents will never walk away from you. Never. They'll never turn you. As long as you try, 100%, they'll stick behind you. Thank you. History, don't let it be a mystery. Learn the facts. Where you guys from? From West Coast. Where you from?
We're twins.
Twins. Oh, okay. Yes. It's a city within a city. All these buildings spread out are now gone. So this is going to be number 10. That's the Deutsche Plaza, Deutsche Germany Bank. That 50-story building right there, is this building right here, has to be demolished by hand. You're going to bring that building down the old-fashioned way, floor by floor, brick by brick, piece by piece.
This building right here?
That Deutsche Plaza building.
That big with the cloth around it?
That building with the cloth around it.
They're taking it down?
Trump falls back against it, splits it. It's a 50-story building, only 14 floors are good. The subway lines you just fixed go right under it, so you can't implode it.
I thought they were just building this thing.
They refixed it and then disassembled it from the inside out. Very carefully bring that building down. We're going to put 4 glass office buildings here and the Freedom Tower, reaching a height of 1776. The tallest building in the world. The title can come back to New York. They're going to do this place piece by piece. We'll do the 4 glass office buildings down the outside, leave the footprints bare because they had the most casualties there. Thousands of people lost their lives here. Hundreds more are not on that list. That list can only recognize the DNA that's been identified at the time the list was made.
So that building's got to come down?
Floor by floor, piece by piece, very careful.
And those survive, these older ones?
Older, stronger, sturdy. What he's saying is this, watch. The only way I can explain it to you young ones is this. Take 2 cars of any brand, they had to verify me on this, a 1959 model and a 2004. Run the 2 cars into each other. Which car you think will drive away like nothing happened?
59.
The 59
all
car.
the time.
All the time, every single time. No, I get some kids think the 2004, it will not. We don't make them like that, we don't build them like that. And what he's saying is a fact, but look at this. This building here is a 1902 building that was in front of the World Trade Center. And it's that beige building with the yellow scaffolding on the side. Look at the crane, they gotta use it and pull the pieces out of it. That building stood up. other buildings are gone.
That's when they had that girder shoved right through you. So
Shoved right through, yeah. Comes right through. But the building is so strong, and Dad tell you, it stands up. When other buildings were ripped apart, and they're gone. That's collateral damage, yeah. So all these buildings you see right here, where I put the laser light at, are all gone. World Trade number 1, gone. World Trade number 2, gone. World Trade number 3 was the Marriott Hotel, gone. World Trade number 4 was right here in front of us, and this is where we're standing at, gone. World Trade number 5, Northeast Plaza, gone. World Trade number 6, U.S. Customs House, gone. World Trade number 7, the last building to fall on September 11th. Across the street, Bankers Trust, office building gone, and the Greek Outfit Church St. Nicholas gone. So 7 plus 2, 9 buildings are gone. You guys know the facts. Never say 2, that's 1972. 7 buildings of World Trade Centers, so much so they had their own zip code. A city within a city was underground. Morning rush hour, people on their way to work couldn't believe it, could not understand it, and that's why we lost so many people. Everyone thought the first one was an accident, helicopter, couldn't believe it. It's the second plane that changes everything. The third plane hits the Pentagon. The fourth plane hits the field in Pennsylvania. 4 planes struck America, changed the whole world. Yeah, 4 planes struck America, changed the whole world. Thank you.
Thank
History,
you.
don't let it be mystery. You keep that, keep that. That's just your foot.
Thank you.
Believe me, he'll tell you this, you'll be a grown one on your own, and your own kid or niece and nephew will ask you what happened on 9/11. Yeah, he'll tell you that. This is history. Don't think for a minute it's going to get, it's changed the whole world. You now know the facts. I'm proud of you. History, don't let it be mystery. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. It's
Harry, let it roll.
My name is Harry John Roland. On September 11, 2001, Tuesday, I took my son to school that day. That was the first day of school for the New York, Jersey area. It was also primary Tuesday. I worked at the World Trade Center. Didn't do maintenance, didn't do security. Guess what I used to do there? Who would do concessions and tours? Who would do? Yes. By me taking my son to school that day, my boss called me when the first plane hit. I yelled at him, thought he was playing a bad, sick trick. So you want me to come in? It's early enough? Yelling back at each other. He says, look at the towers. From my window across the river in Jersey City, I saw this and couldn't believe my eyes. And less than 4 minutes later, I see the second plane, but I don't hear it. And I'm thinking I'm imagining it because there's no sound when it goes into the second tower. I'm froze, just awed out, just awed out. Couldn't believe it. Seen that building come down. In less than 54 minutes, that building comes down and spreads out. The North Tower comes down 31 minutes after that. And this whole area burned and smoked every day for 5 months straight. A city within a city was underground. Thousands of people lost their lives here. That's when there were 2 in 1972. That's when they grew, 1996, looking at the same spot from the same place. A city within a city was here. This is not an accident, the slaughter of innocents. This was murder. Learn the facts. Learn the facts. Thank you.